Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare.
So these are some rare pictures that you're seeing. This is what would have transpired 10 years ago. On a day like today, on the 8th of June, this is a little glimpse by the grace of Shantavigra Prabhu. We were looking for these pictures, and he had 300 pictures that he took away with him to Trinidad. I don't know what he was doing with it in Trinidad, but he was kind to bring it back and share it with us. So while Kirtan are going on, and later on you will see some more direct, a little video of what would have transpired when we say the Mandir Pravesam, or the moving over ceremony here at the temple. Those of you who were here 10 years ago, it will refresh your memory. Those of you who weren't here, you'll get a little glimpse that you would not feel that you would have missed out anything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Parama Karunanitaya Gaurachandra ki.
Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Paramakarnanitai Gaura Chandra. So the program for this evening is a very simple one. We had a little invocational beginning kirtan. Now there is a beautiful Gaura Artik, which take place every evening here at the temple. Then we will receive blessings from the Lord's slipper. As you receive blessings, you will take your seats once again. There will be a short little ceremony for the 10th anniversary Mandir Pravesam dinner. And then we will all go down and take bhojan, prasadam, and free mixing together. Kiba Jaya, Jaya Gaura Chandi, Arati Kashaba. Kiba Jaya, Jaya Gaura Chandi, Arati Kashaba. Janavi Tatabani Jagamanalaba. Janavi Tatabani Jagamanalaba. Dake Nitachan Mami Garadara. Dake Nitachan Mami Garadara. Nikati Advaita Sini Vacha Chachadara Nikati Nikati Advaita Sini Vacha Chachadara. Vache Achi Gurachan Ratna Simasami. Vashe achi kurachan Ratna Simasami Arati Karina Brahma Adi Devagami Arati Karina Brahma Arati Karina Brahma Adi Devagami Naradi Adi Kuri Chamaradulaya Naradi Adi Kuri Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basho Gosho Adigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basho Gosho Adigaya Sanka Baji Ganta Baji Baji Karakala Sanka Sanka Baji Ganta Baji Baji Karatala Madhura me ranga baje Paramarasala Madhura me Oh Madhu 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 baje Sanka baje Ganta baje Madhu, 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 Baje. Sanka Baje, Ganta Baje. Madhu, 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 Baje. Sanka Baje, Ganta Baje. Madhu, 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 Baje. Madhu, Madhu. Madhu, 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 Baje. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Go to Hari Bol, Nitai Gaurare. Baho Kote Chandra Jene Vadana Ujala Vaho Kote Chandra Jene Vadana Ujala Gala desi banamala Kori jalamala Galadisi Manamala Kuri Jalamala Shiva Sukha Narada Premi Gada Gada Shiva Sukha Narada Premi Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sampada Bhakati Vinoda Deke Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandi Arati Kashava Janavita Tavani Yagamana Laba O Jaga Jana Mana Loba Jaga Jana Gurangi Aruti Kashuba Jaga Jana Mana Luba Gorange Aruti Kashuba Jaga Jana Mana Luba Aruti Kashuba Jaga Jana Mana Luba Jaga Jana Jaga Jana Mana Luba Jaga Jana Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gura Chanja Jaya Parama Karuna Nitai Gura Chanja Jaya Nitai Gura Chandra Jaya Nitai Gura Chandra Nitai Gura Chandra Jaya Nitai Gura Chandra Gura Chandra Nitai Gura Chandra Nitai Gura Chandra Jaya Nitai Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gura Hari Bol Nitai Gura Hari Bol Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Himate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nivishesha Shunyavadi Patatyadi Shatarini Namaste Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivatari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, below. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Jaya, Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Nitai Gora, Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra, Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra, Nitai Gora Chandra, Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra, Nitai Gora Chandra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribol, 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 Gora Haribol. Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chandra Ke Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parvakacharya Astota Sri Srimadhi Swaingrace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parvakacharya Astota Sri Srimadhi Swaingrace Srila Bhaktisaranta Goswami Maharaj Ki Anant Kuri Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Iskan Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Nama Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Sakho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Mathuram Ki Jai Vihat Meranga Ki Jai Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Your Lordship Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki Your Lordship Shri Shri Paramakarna New Abode 10 Anniversary Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Tai Gaura Premnandi. All glories to the sum of devotees. All glories to the sum of devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Eto Nrisingha Parato Nrisingha Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrisingha Bahir Nrisingha Hridaye Nrisingha Narasingamadim Sharanam Prapade Tabakara Kamala Vare Nakha Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipo Tano Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Tavakara Kamala Vare Naka Jaya Jagadish Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Shri Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki. Hare Krishna. So giving some extra benedictions and blessings. For those of you who were here yesterday, you would have witnessed the entire installation of the Lord's Paduka, the Lord's shoe. And we would have announced at the end, many of you left to take prasadam and go because it was a lengthy ceremony. It wasn't as lengthy as it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 3 days. We just give you 3 hours yesterday. So this is Kali Yuga, compromise, compromise, compromise. So many of you would have left before receiving the empowered, install Lord's slipper and our shoe on our head, which was the main blessings yesterday. And those of you who are only coming today, you're very fortunate. So we'll humbly request Mataji's 1 line, Prabhu's 1 line, and you will come forward and receive the benediction, the blessings of the Lord's shoe on your heads. And then you can go and take your seats for the short stage presentation here this evening. So, Kirtan? Kirtan?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So I'd like to take this opportunity and welcome each and every one of you this evening for this gratitude dinner, the day 3 of commemorating, celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Mandir Pravesam, the moving over ceremony of their lordships, Sri Sri Paramakaranitai Gaurachandra, to the temple here 10 years ago. Actually, today was the exact day that the Mandir Pravesam ceremony was performed, 8th of June 2016. And I'm sure those of you who have been here over the last 2 days had a very great, very wonderful experience. Is that so? Is that true? Yes or no? Prabhu said an increase of bhakti, of devotion in the hearts. So this evening, the program is very simple, very beautiful. Already we have had wonderful kirtan, arti, and we'll be continuing with some brief presentations by a few of the devotees. And I would like to humbly invite His Grace Prabhupada Prabhu to please come forward and share some opening thoughts, opening remarks with us this evening. After which we'd like to be hearing from His Grace Shantavigra Prabhu and a few others. We also have with us this evening once again our dear Anand Chaitanya Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So over to Prabhupada Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya, Chakshadun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutali Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Vanchakalpatarubhisya Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. All of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, thank each and every one of you to being here. Welcome, along with Sajisuta Prabhu, welcome to each and every one of you. We know it is Monday, first working day for the week, and many of you, of course, were here Saturday, yesterday, and then again today. So therefore, we were contemplating when we were conceiving the idea of this session, should we do the yagya today, or what would have happened? So then we came up with the idea that Kirtan on Saturday with Gaura Lila, Gaura Katha, and then do the Yagya, the Havan on Sunday morning, which would be more convenient, and then what to do on Monday, then do a dinner. Hold a dinner for everyone, as Sachi Sudha Prabhu said, a gratitude dinner. 10 years of gratitude serving their lordships in their new home, their new dwelling quarter, you may say. I don't know if any one of these pictures will flash to show you what was their abode before. For 3 years that they were here, they had a little space, like maybe if I exaggerate it, it will be from this mala here to this one. If I exaggerate it, it would have been like the same height and the same dimension, the same measurement. And even when they would have moved from here to make way, you may say, for the constructions to begin in 2011, and they moved to lot 13, they even had a smaller room, smaller space, which we would have called the altar area. And even the Pujari room, which we say Pujari room, where they wash all the artik paraphernalia and offering tray and everything, was even much smaller. Like hardly 2 persons could have fit in there. So their lordships would have agreed to come and give their benediction to us under those circumstances. In 2008 year end, they would have departed Sridham Mayapur, India, on flight, not by ship. We had to here freight them, here lift them, and bring them here. Reach in time for mid-January, on the 25th of January 2009, they would have installed. And immediately they went out on Padayatra, 7 days Padayatra on the East Coast here. 7 days Padayatra, back-to-back Ratayatra, 2011. 2010, they went out with Lord Jagannath on the Ratayatra, Srila Prabhupada, Paramakarna Nitai Gaurachandra, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. And like that, year after year, they went out. And they brought so many devotees, especially 2009 to 2013. They brought many, many devotees. They went on many padayatra, almost all the villages, even central Georgetown, Regent Street, America Street, Water Street, Avenue of the Republic, all the market area, like that. So we would say that they are the festival lord, the traveling lords. They are not the lords that just reside in the temple and, everyone had to come and just, see them and take their darshan here. No, they went out and give their darshans. And therefore, we say that lovingly say, I don't know if anyone will take it as an offense, we lovingly say, these two boys are very special. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Paramakaruna Nitai Gaura Chandra. Paramakaruna Pahu Dujana Nitai Gaura Chandra. They are very, very merciful. Paramakaruna, topmost benediction, topmost mercy that they are given. Especially for myself, when I examine myself, endeavoring to bring them here, and since they would have arrived, they would have transformed everything in my life. Everything in my life, you can say my life means my family, that we were probably already sold out before, but we became even more sold out in doing whatever it would have meant, though whatever it would have took to construct. We took vow that we want to see them being worshipped in a most, in a most beautiful setting, in a most wonderful way, that everyone can also come and feel comfortable to serve them, to worship them, to receive their blessings, to do kirtan in their presence, to give contribution, to carry on their services, and like that, take part, which have been going on for the last 10 years. So the first 10 years since we opened the temple, the official ceremony, of course, was in July 2016, which next month will be the 5 days, a replica of the 5 days festivity we had then. That was, let's say, the official setting. This Mandir Pravesam, which we call the moving over ceremony, when we brought the Lord and we performed the Abhishek, installed the chakra, installed the flag with Hanuman on top, and when all the pujas would have performed, and we would have installed Srila Prabhupada Murti also. So it's 10th anniversary also this year for Srila Prabhupada Murti. Before that we had the picture. So all this would have happened, that we start to desire intently that we want to worship the Lordship on a much more not so austere situation as they were in before. We want to put them in a beautiful home, and that everyone can come and get the opportunity to render service also. So in this way, in honoring and offering gratitude to their Lordships, and the opportunity that they present to us is their mercy. We are only instrument. It's by their blessings that this beautiful temple came up, and that all of us are having this wonderful opportunity to be a part of. So thank you all very much. Thank you for your services over the years. We look forward that as we entering the second 10 years for the project here, since the new temple would have opened, that we can all develop some models, some plans, and some goals that we will want to achieve in serving their Lordships for the next 10 years. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhupada, for briefly highlighting to us and recapping a little on the history of their Lordships and how fortunate we are to be connected to them in this community and to have been receiving their mercy ever since they have come to this land, to come here to Georgetown, Guyana. I would now like to invite His Grace Shanta Vigra Prabhu, after which we'll hear some few remarks from our dear Uncle Roop. So Shanta Vigra Prabhu has, back in 2016, he was one of the priests, and fortunately we are happy to have him here also this time around to be one of the assistant priests for the ceremonies. And these pictures also have a lot of connections with him. So let's over to Shanta Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Vanchakalpatarubhyasya, Kripa Sindhubhya evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. We wanted to do a ceremony yesterday similar to what we did in 2016, but logistically it proved a bit impossible. It was significantly more difficult. But reflecting on what happened in 2016, and if you look at the regalia all of us were dressed in, all the elaborate preparations, some very prominent members of the Hindu community came. One of them asked Rajarishi Prabhu, a very dear, sort of unofficial, official member of the Guyanese Yatra for many years, and still is by inspiration. They asked him, so Prabhu, all of these people, they trained in India? And Rajarishi Prabhu very calmly replied, no, they were trained this morning. And it was true. None of us at that time had been trained in India. Rupa, I trained from him. I'm the head priest yesterday. And everyone else, we just gave a crash course in the morning, just follow what we do. And it turned out quite nice. It was quite nice. Interestingly enough, a few months before, I had gotten my first DSLR camera. All of these pictures are out of that. I don't know how I managed to find these pictures after 10 years and edited them. And it was really an amazing experience. Like being here, I was very nervous. To be part of something like that, it was something, I still think it is, like way above my pay grade. I feel very fortunate that 10 years later, I could continue to be a part of this project, not just by doing priestly ceremonies, but also by being, part of the community, traveling and spending time with the devotees in many different ways. One thing I was reflecting on as we came upon 10 years, and like if you were to ask me what do I do for my birthday, it's one of the most boring things ever. Like my wife often, what do you want to do for your birthday? I said, absolutely nothing. She said, you don't want to go anywhere? No. You want to eat anything special? No. What do you want to do? I just want to be quiet by myself. He said, you're so boring, And one of the reasons for that, like I like to use significant milestones in my own life as a day of reflection. What were my accomplishments over the last year or time frame? What things do I need to work on? What things could I do better? What relationships do I need to put more effort into, like that? And oftentimes, like when we are in an organization, sometimes just as in not regular life, we tend to sometimes be very enamored by the very, very high points. When we moved over, like the fantastic ceremony we did yesterday. And oftentimes I find at these junctures, it is worthwhile to reflect on what have we accomplished over the last 10 years and celebrate that. Because it wasn't just a one-person thing, it was the community coming together, working together, despite difficulties. And there were very real difficulties that this project would have undergone over the last 10 years after its moving across from just down the road to here. And also, what should we work on as a community? How have we, if we have at all, drifted from, and there's a term I've been, playing with in my head, that's a term that is especially relevant to non-profit organizations, religious institutions. It's a phenomenon called mission drift. You know, if we look at Srila Prabhupada, he would have set certain core values that he wanted his organization to be run by. You know, one of them is to bring its members closer to the prime entity, Krishna, to disseminate knowledge as taught in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and so on. And there's 7 purposes for which ISKCON was created. And I find often it's worthwhile to reflect. What do we have to do differently to meet those purposes? And how can we do that in a very real way? You know, so I was just thinking about those things, that evaluation of that has to take place during the life of a project to make sure that we stay true to our core values and our core principles. And one thing I would say is that there's a lot of hope here in that Srila Prabhupada wanted prasadam distributed, you know, widely. And I've seen, like, coming for festivals over the years, like, something that amazes me, that before the festival even starts, they would distribute about 500 to 1,000 boxes of prasadam in a marketplace, and just randomly. You know, things like that. That books are distributed on a very nice scale. Like, it's one of the best stock book rooms that is always, you know, being replenished over the years. But still, it's worthwhile to reflect. How are we developing as a community as well? Not just giving to others, but giving to ourselves. It's something I was reflecting on what Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu was mentioning in the Srimad Bhagavatam class this morning. So again, I feel very fortunate to have been part of this project from its inception, coming across to this place. I feel very fortunate to continue to be part of this project. And I think my closeness to this project would have grown over the last 10 years. And I hope I could still continue to be of use and of service to all of you. I pray for your blessings to do that. And thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Shantavigar Prabhu, for sharing some short memories of your experience here, and also a little in terms of your realization of what should be our mood during these festivals or these milestone events. I'd like to invite our dear Uncle Roop Prabhu to please come forward. Both himself, Mataji, and Mataji Aditya and the entire family have been pillars of support, even over 10 years, more than 10 years. And we're very grateful to have you this evening with us.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Shri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Sri Prabhupada Ki. Brothers and sisters, to speak to you, I will get emotional because most of you here have known what we came from and where we are today. This place is when our young people, you can come here in the morning and or in the evening and you can do prayer, arti, you know. It can transform your life. And if you want to see transformation, please make the effort. I think that is the downfall of our people, because we want everything and we don't want to make sacrifice. Nothing comes without sacrifice. And I implore on you, even when you don't come to the temple and you're at home, you can start to do some meditation, do some prayer. You know, I want to congratulate the management, the whole team. Look at Prabhupada Dev. Look at the youth he has, the youths he has with him. It means that there will be continuity. Look at every week there's an event going on here. Every week. I just want to remind you all. I know how those of us who are here are committed, but let us get our other brothers and sisters involved. If we do not do that, then we defeat the whole purpose of our founder, because he left India and came to America, right? And now all over the world. You know, Hindus have come from a strong heritage, and we do not value it. Please, I'm sorry if I hurt anyone tonight, but I'm telling you, because somebody has to do it. And I am, I'll just share one thing. I've learned from a little kid, when you want, always walk with a fool, so he will ask the question. You tell the fool and you'll ask the question, because some of us have too much pride to ask the question, right? So you ask the fool and he will do it for you, right? So you wouldn't be embarrassed. Please, do not feel like that. Feel that you are part of us, and I'm telling you from my heart, whenever you come here, there is always love. There is always love. And please, enjoy it, right? Not only Bojan, Look, everybody is in smiles. Everybody is doing something. Everybody, and you know what? For the sustenance of this organization, nothing can run without people. So your involvement is meaningful. Please, sometimes Prabhu Dev will not ask, but you should know when you come, whenever you have the spare time and you can come and do something, yes, it will be acceptable. Anyway, Hare Krishna, I want to thank you all, and we have seen 10 years what has happened with this institution, and many lives have changed. Many, many, many lives have changed. Many families have changed. And so I implore and I ask, I pray to Bhagavan Krishna that we all come on board and change our lives and see what sacrifice can bring to us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much, dear Rup Prabhu. So you see, it's as much as it's a gratitude dinner, he's handing over some responsibilities also. We have to come on board. The project has to expand. There has to be continuity, sustenance of the programs and all the activities. So thank you. I'd like to humbly invite our dear Jagnaring Prabhu to please come and share a few thoughts, after which there'll be a short video clip followed by a presentation by most humble His Grace Anand Chaitanya Prabhu, who is visiting Guyana for the first time. So over to our dear Jagnaring Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I guess I was trying to figure how, when I attended university here, and my university number starts with 82. So you can imagine what, for 44 years I'm passing this place. So I can tell you what was here before from that time. I guess a decade is something to celebrate. But when you look at what was set up here, yes, you are celebrating a decade, but this, what you have set here, Prabhu and the team that I recall, attending some of the meetings at the beginning and then dropping out and coming back because of lots of things happening around my life. What you have set up here is not, while you're celebrating a decade, this is for much more. This is lifetime. This thing was set up for a lifetime. And not, I don't think it's one lifetime, for many lifetimes, this is going to pass on. A lot of us here And that's, I can say, a lot of us here, I would go, and you got another set would come. But this, what you have done here, I want to say congratulations, Prabhupada Dave and the team that conceptualized this whole project. I remember when you started in a little building you had, I think the building was below, a little building below. And you reached this stage of building. Even when you were installing the deity, I guess if you had gone upstairs, you would have seen incomplete. It was still kind of in the construction phase. And even to today, you're still building and constructing and adding to it. So I want to say congratulations to the team, Prabhupada Dave. I would have seen Mata Vishaka inspiring all the girls to keep cooking, Aji and the rest, to keep the persons working here. I remember coming very late in the evening, people working with lights to get this up and running. So this wasn't the nice picture that Prabhu would have taken out. That was one day. I think we should get a picture chronicling the development of this process. And you would have seen what they would have built and the sacrifice a lot of persons would have made. And I'm sure Prabhu, if he comes here and tell you what had happened from the start and how this project conceptualized and where it go and all these things, you realize that a lot of persons were involved. But the inspiration behind this whole process, I can tell you, when I heard, sometimes already want to say it, when I heard that Prabhu would have left school, mining cow, and then end up at the temple, and not much of a formal education like some of us may have had, or fortunate to have had. Then see him today. And I guess whenever you have the inspiration of the Lord, he is going to guide you. He's going to take you through. I was listening to a program yesterday, and as my brother Roop was saying, if you got Krishna in your boat, he's not going to guarantee that you won't have a storm, but he's going to guarantee that you get past the storm. And I think that's something we should all, coming here, you know that you have Krishna in your boat to take you through all the storms of life that comes along. Finally, I just want to say congratulations again, Prabhu, Mataji, and all those who would work very hard to reach those fancy pictures that we are seeing on the screen. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, thank you, dear Jagnaring Prabhu. I'm sure 40 years or how many years ago you were traversing University Road, you never expect that, one Krishna temple, Hare Krishna temple will manifest there. But it just goes to show the power and the blessings of their Lordship Sri Sri Paramakaranitai Gaurachandra, how this entire community here, at least this junction was transformed by their mercy. And there's quite an interesting analogy you give, that if you have Krishna, if you're in a boat and you have Krishna in there, it doesn't mean that you will not face challenges and difficulties. So a very, profound lesson for us that we have to have that determination, that willpower to weather the storm, and by continuously taking shelter of Krishna. And one of the ways we do that is through the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's turn our attention over here. Hari Kirtan, who has prepared a brief video presentation. I myself not sure what it's all about, but I'm thinking you can guess by now. So let's see, our technical team, Varun Prabhu, will bring this to us.
जय श्री कृष्णा बोलो जय राधे 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 श्री राधे जय श्री कृष्णा बोलो जय राधे जय श्री कृष्णा बोलो जय राधे जय श्री कृष्णा बोलो जय राधे ओ जय श्री कृष्णा बोलो जय राधे
Hare Krishna. Let us put our hands together for this brief presentation, but I'm sure we would have gotten a fair glimpse of the entire proceedings. You'd see the moving of their lordships coming over on a most wonderful journey through 4th Street. Then the live yagya setting here, the arena in the temple room. Yes, even so many works were still ongoing when the Lord actually moved in. I think Jagnaran Pro was mentioned, even on the upper floors, still were so much to do. And very importantly, we also can recognize and count our blessings that His Grace Kratu Maharaj, who now recently, just over a week ago, departed this world, he was here for this Mandir Pravesam ceremony, and he performed the first artik, was the Gaura artik to Shri Shri Paramakarnitai Gaurachandra right here. So, and it all happened so quickly. He just came for one day and was there for this service. We had his association and then went. So, we can see how fortunate we are that to have, for this program, the blessings and the mercy of one of Srila Prabhupada's stalwart disciples. At this time, I would like to introduce and welcome His Grace Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu, who we have been very blessed to have his association over the past week or so. Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Shivram Swami Maharaj, joined the movement for a few decades, served in many capacities, has served extensively at Bhaktivedanta Manor in London. Last 10 years he moved to Hungary and been serving there at our Budapest center, and of course traveling now. He is currently on this sannyas candidate list to receive sannyas initiation. So I'll welcome His Grace Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu this evening as we hear this final presentation from him before he leaves.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Unfortunately, I'm going tomorrow with a heavy heart. It's been a short but very sweet stay. And it's my first time here in Guyana, and just amazing to see so many wonderful devotees. I was just talking to Prabhupada Dev Prabhu this afternoon, just saying how sweet and soft-hearted, loving, and very welcoming the Guyanese are. So it's been wonderful, and hopefully I'll be able to return soon. But I was reflecting on my own youth, and we used to go to the temple. So we would say that we're going to the Mandir. So I was reflecting on what this word means, Mandir. Man means, it's a Sanskrit word, of course, composed of two words. Man means mind, and dhir means dheer, to become steady, to become still, to become peaceful. So one reason why I used to visit the temple when I was young is because, yes, it was such a wonderful, peaceful atmosphere. And I think that's the reason why many people come. They visit the temple to become peaceful, to become calm. The mandir is an oasis away from all of the loudness, the distractions, all of the busyness of the modern world. And you come to the temple, and it's in an environment where you can be peaceful, where you can be calm, where there's no more distractions. So yes, this is one function of a temple. This is one function of the mandir. But it doesn't just stop there. This is the basic function of a temple. Actually, the reason we come to the temple is one thing is the mind. One thing is to find a healthy body, a healthy mind, but more importantly and most deeply, to find the home of the soul. So Srila Prabhupada came in order to give a spiritual science. This philosophy, this knowledge, this wisdom doesn't just speak to the body. It doesn't just speak to the mind, but it speaks to our very selves, our fundamental selves. So this is not a philosophy which is actually just for Hindus. This is a philosophy, this is a body of knowledge, a body of wisdom, which is relevant for humanity. Because nowhere in the Vedic literatures is the word Hindu present. Doesn't exist. This is Sanatan Dharma. Means it's the eternal religion of the soul. It is relevant for every single living entity on this planet. And so what we're providing here are spiritual solutions to life's fundamental problems. Yes, but we're providing a science, a scientific process by which we can understand God. God is a universal term. There's not a person on the planet who doesn't know the word God. But who is God? What is his name, his form, his qualities, his abode, his associates, and his pastimes? This is a body of knowledge and a wisdom by which we can understand all of these things, and most importantly, we can connect with that person. So 10 years ago, in this very place, we invited their lordships, Parama Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra, into this temple. And there was, of course, a prana pratishta ceremony, the rituals by which we invite the Lord to the temple. We invite him here to Georgetown, Guyana, and say, Lord, please come, please reside here, and give us the privilege of worshipping you. But it doesn't stop there. Every day is a prana pratishta ceremony. Every minute, every moment is a prana pratishta ceremony. Because as we chant the holy names in their presence, and as we go out and share these names with the people of Guyana, as we go out, and as was mentioned before, we share prasadam, we share the holy name, and we share wisdom about them. This is the real Pran Pratishta ceremony. And as we do this more and more, then actually their lordships become more and more present. It isn't a case of they're present or they're not. They are present, but they become more and more and more present over time. And their effect, their mercy, which is overflowing, becomes even more overflowing. And then you think, can it become more? And then it does. And it's ever increasing. There's no stopping. It's unlimited. So, Prabhupada Dev Prabhu mentioned a 10-year plan. We've had 10 years. And now we have the next 10 years. But they're here for 10,000 years. So we should, as well as having a 10-year plan, we should have a 100-year plan, and we should have a 1,000-year plan, and a 10,000-year plan. And at some point, and this is not 10,000 years, because 10,000 years is a long time, but at some point, every person in Guyana should know about Paramakaruna Nitai Kaura Chandra. Everyone should know about them. Everyone should know something about them. And in this way, Krishna consciousness and the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra should be a household name. So I feel so fortunate to be here amongst all of you. I'd really like to thank Prabhupada Dev Prabhu. Number one, just on a personal level, for his smile. He's smiling now. His laugh is infectious. But even more importantly, him and his family, and there's a core group of devotees here. And I've just been here for a few days, but it's very evident. There's a core group of devotees here who are giving their lives, to the service of Parama Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra, who are giving their lives in the service of Srila Prabhupada, and who are giving their lives in the service of the Guyanese people. Serving them by giving them love, by giving them care, by giving them attention, being there in their good times and in their tough times, and giving them Krishna consciousness, which is the greatest gift that anyone can give. So, as was mentioned by Prabhu, I'd like to also encourage everyone in this room, and everyone not in this room, maybe some are watching online, to join in, to support, to join in this mission, because this mission gives our lives meaning, a deeper meaning, and it gives the lives of others real meaning. So I'd like to thank you, Prabhu. I'd like to thank everyone here for all of your service. It's amazing, it's inspiring, and I hope that you continue to go from strength to strength. Srila Prabhupada ki, Parama Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra ki.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu. It has been very inspiring to have your association, to hear from you for the last few days. And I would say we are, especially blessed that, you just reached out and, said that you would like to visit Guyana. And actually, talking to you, you said you had this desire long now. So we're very happy that you have extended and visited here. And yes, I thought what you were sharing is very special, very important for us, that Mandir, despite, we may see a huge temple, like all externals, but it's also a lot depends on us, how we mold our internals and really imbibe the mood of the Mandir, of temple. It's an opportunity for us to, calm our minds and, serve, dedicate our lives more and more to Srila Prabhupada, to Krishna consciousness. So I'd like to thank all the devotees who came forward and share reflections, inspirations, encouragement this afternoon. And we'll just close in this aspect of the program, coming down to the end. And I would like to invite Prabhupada Prabhu to give us a brief highlight. Today is the 8th of June, and just bear in mind, 8th of July is exactly 1 month from now. So I'd like to ask him for him to share with us what is going to happen, or what is expected to happen on the 8th of July onwards.
Hare Krishna. I think you had this yesterday already, for those of you who were here. I shared this yesterday for just those of you who weren't here yesterday. This is the invitation for the 5 days festivity, which there have been a lot of highlights, a lot of discussion, lots of meetings. Many of you here are in some committee or the other, putting together 5 days festivity. And we announced yesterday, which again we're encouraging you, that this year we're developing another strategy, a more direct one, where we are requesting you, our dear well-wisher friends, members, to take a few of these invitations and give it to your friend, your colleague, your relative, your family, your neighbor, your villagers, and send those names to us. So there will be a table downstairs. You will collect. Of course, you will receive an invitation for yourself who weren't here yesterday. And you will take a few invitations for those persons who you want to invite. Leave your name. Leave how many number of invitations you're going to take. And As soon as you deliver the invitation to someone, you send us their name and their phone number, and our communication team here will reach out during the month with those persons to see which day they are desirous of attending at least one of the 5 days festivities. So the festivities are the first day on the 8th of July, which Sachi said exactly a month from now, will be honoring ISKCON International, 60 years since Srila Prabhupada would have incorporated International Society in New York in July of 1966 in New York City. Keep in mind that Prabhupada said ISKCON International Society for Krishna Consciousness, but in 1966 there was no temple. There was no international anything. So how could he say International Society for Krishna Consciousness? So come on the 8th of July, you will learn, you will see some videos and you will get some ideas on that. On the Thursday the 9th, we'll be honoring 50 years since ISKCON would have incorporated here in Guyana, and side by side honoring Guyana's 60 years of independence from a spiritual or religious point of view, which should be an interesting one. What is it that we are going to do in honoring Guyana's 60 years of independence? Especially you see so many propaganda and so many things over all these years. Depends on which party in power, what they do for independence on a political point of view. Friday the 10th will be honoring ISKCON HKSC, Nimai Pandit, NPSC/HKSC, 20 years of preaching since we started preaching here. 2006, myself and my family would have moved up here, and a few devotees would have joined us, and that's how we would have started. So that will be another interesting one. On Saturday the 11th, we'll be honoring Lord Jagannath Ratayatra, Festival of the Chariot, and that means also 20 years of Georgetown East Coast East Bank annual Ratayatra. The first Ratayatra was at Everest. That was the first visit of the first time His Holiness Bhakti Marg Swami, Ajamil Prabhu, and quite a few other devotees would have started to visit Guyana. On July 12, which will be the grand final of the 5 days festival, we'll be honoring HKSC 10th inaugural anniversary. As we said, those were the official days that we would have celebrated or open the official inauguration of the temple here. So those are the 5 days festivals. We have devotees from all over the world who already booked to be here. We have the ongoing festival committee of 22 to 25 persons. And recently, just to do justice to each one of those days, we formed 5 committees, separate, specific or special committees that will only in charge to look into specific days of the celebration. If a committee is organizing ISKCON 60th anniversary festival, they are only doing that. So just to make sure that we give justice to that, the 4 programs will be right here at the temple. Only Lord Jagannath Ratayatra Festival will parade on the highway from Success to Luziknan, and we'll set up for the stage program at the Luziknan Tarmac. And of course that will be Saturday, so it will be a grand Maha Prasadam book distribution, Harinam at Mandir Market, and then of course the stage program at Luziknan Tarmac. It is something that none of us will want to miss out. We have a month in preparation. We cannot count a month. Let us count 3 weeks. From tomorrow, we'll get back full swing into the completion and improvement works that we are doing, which will go on for the next 3 weeks. The entire temple, right away around from the dome coming down, will be fully painted. And a lot of the improvement work that we have been doing, the tiling under the shed out there, and many works around the building and the kitchen and all that, we will be endeavoring to complete within this next 3 weeks. After that, whatever remain, will continue. It is not that we're in any pressure, any rush with anything. The building can be used as it is. As you saw, whatever happened for this last 2-3 days, it can be used. It's not like we're building a new building and we have to finish to open. No. So just to get that clear, we're humbly requesting a lot of self-help, a lot of support, especially in promoting the festival, giving out the invitations from tomorrow. We need devotees to go out and village to village and start to invite all of our guests and invitees. Thousands of invitation and flyers will be available to give out. Those of you who like to make contributions, as we said yesterday, towards the improvement work, there are needs there. Towards this festival, with bringing in the priests and everything else, there's continuous spending and bringing in 30 plus devotees for the next festival next month. Special kirtanyas and swamis, gurus and like that. You can sponsor a devotee ticket, for example, a kirtan devotee or somebody who is coming to assist in organizing, or a swami. Or you can contribute vegetable, grocery, fruits towards the festivity, or you can give your time. You just call us and say, Prabhu, you know, I can give 2 days a week, a day a week, or I can give 4 hours or 2 hours, you know, so many times per week over the next month. And then especially again, during the festival, we'll need a lot of self-help. So those are some ideas that many more things will come out. If those of you who will attend our meetings, many more details will be there. So thank you very much. Please collect your invitation. So let us all move around a little. If you want to take some pictures, gradually you can go down to the Bojan Hall. The tables are all set. You only have to go wash your hand and sit, and your dinner will come to your tables wherever you are seated. And we see you back soon. Sunday is, of course, a shorter version of Sunday program here Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, we'll be getting an opportunity to see the Snana Yatra, bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath at our Crane Temple, beginning from 1:30 p.m. On the 27th will be our first Jagannath Ratha Yatra in the country on the west side, Lenora area. And of course, the next 2 weeks will follow by our festival here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, the Lordship Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra ki. Hare Krishna. We like to thank His Grace Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu to being here with us. It's by Krishna's grace he came in and added to the festivity. We want to thank His Grace Rupa Goswami Prabhu, who just boarded his flight back to London, if his flight went on time. And we want to express our gratitude to His Grace Shanta Vigra Prabhu, His Grace Omapati Prabhu, and our dear young priest, Vishnu Sakha Prabhu, Shanta and Omapati from Trinidad, Vishnu Sakha from Suriname. Put your hands together for them and their wonderful services. And we beg of the three of you to please collect extra invitations, even if you have to pay for extra bag, and invite all the devotees in your yatra to be here for the 5-day festival, without being miserly to anyone. Even give your pujari invitation, and he will want to come and say, and now don't organize your Ratha Yatra a week after Georgetown Ratha Yatra next time. So go and tell the Suriname people, because all they're telling us now that they have Ratha Yatra the week after. How come you have Ratha Yatra the week after? You just do Ratha Yatra in September. So whatever it is, everybody have to come for Georgetown Ratha Yatra, otherwise no Guyanese going for Suriname Ratha Yatra. Fair enough? Thank you very much. So free mixing, we will take some pictures with Srila Prabhupada. I will take the first picture with Anand Chaitanya Prabhu Shanta, Pujari and Pujaris. Let's go. The rest of you, everybody, you're free. You can free mixing, greeting one another. And please go down for the dinner.